The Backyard Naturalists podcast is presented by Backyard Birds in Matthews, North Carolina. Backyard Birds offers a unique in-store shopping experience highlighting the joy and excitement of attracting wildlife with the finest quality seed and the best quality bird feeders, bird houses, bird baths, and more. Bringing people of all ages together with nature and wildlife, Backyard Birds has everything you need to create your own backyard natural habitat. Connect with Backyard Birds at thebirdfoodstore.com or on social media. Now, here's Debbie and Lori, the Backyard Naturalists.
Welcome to the Backyard Naturalists, the podcast about anything and everything related to nature. We have a somewhat odd topic for you today, but
Debbie found it.
I did. It was my idea. I admit it. If you let me do the research, you never know what you're going to get. The topic today is weird animal nicknames. And let me tell you, some are funny, some are weird,
Very weird.
some might be obvious, and some definitely aren't. So let's just get started. I didn't find what I thought I was going to find when I started researching this topic, but I found some really interesting stuff. So from mentalfloss.com, there was an article called Brilliant Old Nicknames for Animals. And some of these, I think, went back as far as maybe 1600. And it explains how something appeared to someone at that point in time. Maybe what they looked like, what they were doing, what their habits were, what their environment was, and then also some of it was wrong. But that's okay. We all learn. We probably know some things today that aren't going to hold up.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
I'm looking at the list. I'm not cheating. What backwoods redneck came up with some of these names? These are hysterical.
I know, they are funny. That was why I picked these. There were probably 50 on this list, but I thought that it was just really funny.
Yeah.
Back in the 1600s.
I know.
But see, and I say backwoods redneck, and I represent that remark. But one of the things that I'm looking ahead, and I don't want to jump ahead, so y'all don't yell at me.
Don't be telling our secrets.
You know what's not on here that I thought would be as soon as you told me you would say something?
Better not be what we're going to end with.
Okay.
That's what I thought. I had something I thought that Chris, Lori, and I would all answer in the same way. So we're going to save that for the closing.
Gentlemen, when both of these ladies look at you with a finger pointed at you, you just sit here and go, okay. All right.
I'll be quiet. Just don't hurt me, please.
I'm just going to lean right back over here and put this right over there. And I'm going to do this right.
Moving his microphone out of the way. The first example we have from mentalfloss.com is an egg sucker. It was not what I thought it might have been. And it was clearly one of those things that they didn't quite understand what the animal is doing. It's actually a reference to a toucan.
What?
They apparently thought they ate eggs. It turns out they eat fruit, but they thought they ate eggs. So the nickname for that was an egg sucker.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Different, huh?
A candlefly.
This is kind of obvious.
What do you think it is?
It's a moth.
It's a moth, yeah. Which that one does make sense. That it was obviously fluttering around a candle, and so yeah. I love this next one. It made me laugh and laugh and laugh. An essence peddler. Would you have guessed this, Chris, if you didn't see it?
No, I would not.
An essence peddler is the name for a skunk, which makes sense when you know it, but it's kind of hard to come up if you don't.
For an ape?
Not for an ape.
Oh, not for, okay, let me get my glasses on. Yeah, because I'm telling you, this is so like, you're not expecting this. A fox ape.
A fox ape, yep.
Is an opossum.
Yeah.
Opossum.
And they went into great detail describing what this looked like and finally mentioned the pocket, at which point I went, oh, they're talking about an opossum. And the name is actually an Algonquin name for...
White dog. I don't get that.
It's just the Algonquin Indian name for opossum. It means white dog. I wouldn't describe it as a dog necessarily, but it does have a lot of teeth and a tail, and 4 legs. Okay. Laurie's giving me a look.
Okay.
I love this next one too. Hachi Witchy. I'm so glad I was able to get that out. I was a little worried about that one. Here comes Chris's microphone again.
As opposed to the Dumaflachi.
Hachi-wichi.
Hachi-wichi is a hedgehog. See, I can say hachi-wichi, but not
distant
hedgehog.
relative of the thingamajig.
I'm sure, no doubt.
Monkey bear. That's kind of, I guess I could see that.
Yeah.
Koala.
Yeah, which they would be up in trees,
Right.
and they do look
Yeah.
like bears, so that makes sense.
This one makes sense too. Sort of.
Yeah, this one makes the best sense of any of them, I think. A washing bear is a raccoon. So we see that some are appearances, some are behaviors, but it's just kind of interesting.
Yeah, because we had an episode not too long ago about, was it animal myths? Why do raccoons wash their food, or are they really indeed consciously washing their food?
Right. And the answer was
It was no. They're
was
not
no.
intentionally washing their food.
right. Wetting their paws gives them
feel-
more ability to feel the food.
See, I really do pay attention.
I hope so.
And you went to another website?
I did. I did too.
I
I'm an
didn't realize you had
overachiever.
two.
Yeah, I did. Well, because these don't have the answers.
Yeah.
So you and Chris get to vote on what you think they are. This is from awesomeinventions.com. And the first one is a beach chicken. What do you think this is?
That's a seagull.
It is a seagull, which really kind of makes sense when you think about it, a
Yeah.
beach chicken. I love this one. A floppy sea spider.
Starfish?
Nope, but good guess.
What?
Floppy.
Floppy sea spider. Spiders have how many legs?
8 legs.
Uh-huh.
You're
What has
giving me more credit than I deserve. I have no idea.
Something that lives in the sea that would have 8 legs.
Oh, an octopus.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
an octopus.
Oh, my.
Whatever.
Oh, my gosh.
What's the name of our next one, Laurie?
An arrow pig.
An arrow pig. What is that? You should see Chris and Laurie looking at one another.
Lori and I both, we haven't said a word, but these looks we're giving each other. The what? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arrow pig.
Arrow pig.
This one makes perfect sense, actually.
All right, hang on.
Laurie says, like, no, it doesn't.
Oh, it's a porcupine.
Is it?
Yep.
How in the hell did I come up with that?
I don't know.
Well,
That's-
it kind of makes sense.
It
okay?
does.
The next one made me laugh as well. A wobble stick.
Or a no shoulder.
Or snake, or is it snake?
Nope.
No.
It's not
Or
a
is that
snake.
It's not a snake.
A worm.
Nope.
flying
What?
mantis?
It's a praying mantis. Yep.
Flying mantis. Boy, now I don't
Does
even know what. Yeah,
something,
something.
prays, flies, whatever.
Whatever
Yes,
it does,
It's
yeah.
a praying
Wow.
mantis.
Wow.
And then a nope rope.
What in the world is a
that's
nope
a
rope?
snake.
That's. Is it a snake?
It is a snake.
Okay, nope
Yep.
rope. That doesn't make sense.
They had different types of nope ropes too. I thought we should have called Jay on this one and go, have you ever heard of this?
Well, hang on a minute. Look,
He has Jay on speed dial.
Yeah.
And then finally, a freedom glider.
an eagle?
Yes.
Yes, okay,
So that
yeah,
makes sense
yeah.
when you think
Then
about it.
freedom,
An eagle
yes.
would glide.
Freedom glide,
It's a symbol of freedom.
Oh, boy.
So that makes perfect sense. So as you're seeing some of these around, you can think of them in different ways now and appreciate that they weren't always known by whatever we call them today. However, we thought we would end it with something that we would not have to do research on.
And by we mean Debbie.
Yeah, that's right. So we are all living in the South, as you know. Chris and I are from the South. Laurie's kind of sort of from the South.
Yeah, from South
by way of Alaska. So. We have an interesting name in the South for an animal that we are seeing more and more in this area, actually. It's kind of migrating up from the south to the north, and it is an armadillo. What is the nickname for armadillos? Chris, if you don't get this, I am going to absolutely be amazed.
I'm not from. I mean, we don't have. We don't have.
We're not from Florida
Yeah.
or Texas.
I'm thinking.
I've always heard this.
Okay.
You're not going to come up with it?
No, I got nothing.
Thingamajig.
No, but good guess. Possum on the half shell.
Possum.
Oh
on the-
gosh.
You have heard it, haven't
Yeah, I
you?
have.
And you've
Yeah.
heard it as well? Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you've said that, but see, can I tell the one I thought you were going to say?
Sure.
Whistle pig.
Well, we already did that in another
Yeah.
episode.
And I'd never heard of that either. And now since we've had that episode, I've heard it probably twice a week since then.
Oh, wow.
I went 50 years without hearing it, and then all of a sudden I've heard it the
Just
whole time.
in case somebody missed that episode, what is a whistle pig?
It's a hedgehog.
No, it's not.
No, it's a groundhog.
It's a groundhog. Yes, that's one of the many names for groundhogs.
Yeah.
And it makes a sound like a high-pitched whistle.
What about a chicken?
What about a chicken?
What you had? Yard bird?
A yard bird?
Yeah,
Sure.
a yard
Yeah.
bird.
Yeah.
Firefly. Well, this isn't that
A
bad.
lightning bug, or there's another name for that.
No, I thought that's the only one I've heard of.
Firefly.
Crawdads, crawfish, mud bugs.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Of course, you have to say crawdad, crawfish, mud bugs.
This is extremely off topic and my ADD kicking in, but I saw a YouTube video. I love YouTube. And of the process they have to send those crawfish through to clean them before they package them. Because you can order them on the internet. They'll come to you in a mesh bag and then you do what you do with them. But the process of cleaning them, I had never imagined there was that much dirt and mud bugs, I guess.
Well, yeah, if you think about their habitat, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about a little friend of mine who's Cajun, and she can eat the most amazing quantity of those things ever. They just put paper on a picnic table and dump them all out and eat pounds of them.
It's too much work.
I kind of agree with you.
Right up there with the Cornish game hens and Mike? What does he? Chicken legs or chicken wings?
Yeah, Mike doesn't do chicken wings because he says they're too much work.
Too much work.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we hope we've put something in your brain that you're probably not going to be able to get out for a while. You're going to see other examples as you maybe what are those squirrels called? Furry rodents or something. I don't remember. Tree rats. That's it. Tree rats. And maybe you will always remember that you heard Hachi Witchy here first.
Even if you've never heard it for your entire life, you'll hear it 6 more times between now and the end of the year.
That's right. And the next time you see a snake, and of course everybody's thinking it's a copperhead every time they see a snake, you can now go, it's really a nope rope.
Yeah. Put that on next door, will you?
We appreciate you joining us today. We promise we'll do something that makes more sense next time. Probably, possibly.
Hopefully.
Depends on what Debbie digs up. We'll see.
Or any volunteers to do some research. Now, nobody's making eye contact with me.
No.
I'm Debbie.
And I'm Lori.
And Chris is over there.
I'm right here.
We're signing off.
While recording the Backyard Naturalists podcast, Debbie and Laurie enjoy coffee provided by the Good Cup Coffee Company in Matthews, North Carolina. Follow Good Cup Coffee on Instagram and look for them at the Matthews Community Farmers Market this Saturday morning.